Well, hello, good afternoon and welcome. It's quarterfinals day at the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations here in Egypt. And the first match getting underway here at the Suez Canal Stadium in Ismailia. And it's a real blockbuster clash. To Nigeria, seven-time champions, against the defending champions Senegal. Two West African rivals going head-to-head here. At stake a place in the semi-finals, and even more importantly, a place at the 2025 Under-20s World Cup coming up later this year in Chile. So everything on the line here for both of these sides. Both teams certainly chomping at the bit for a chance to try and pick up another title. However, neither side have had it all their own way since arriving here in Egypt. Nigeria finishing second in Group B, in fact, in the group stage behind Morocco, unbeaten in those three matches, but having started off with a 1-0 win against Tunisia. Since then, a 0-0 draw against Morocco in Cairo, followed by a 2-2 draw against bottom side Kenya in their last match. A game that if they wanted to win the group, they would have had to have at least won that game. So a bit of a slip up there. And there have been changes made by coach Alia Zubairu with that in mind. Meanwhile, for Senegal, in a tough-looking Group C, it has to be said, started off with a bit of a stutter and a 1-1 draw against the Central African Republic. They then lost against Ghana in their second match, went into their final game of the group knowing they had to win to have any chance of going through to these knockout stages. And they duly delivered. Tiaman Dieng with the goals early and late in the game for a 2-0 win. Took them up to second in the group ahead of DR Congo on goal difference, and clinching their spot in the knockout stages. But have they looked like the team that went to the title 2 years ago? Perhaps not quite. Let's see what they're made of.
For those who love it, those who support it, and those who play it, Orange is here. Orange, proud sponsor of African football.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
Well, welcome back then to Ismailia. The coaching staff's quickly hiding underneath any parts of shade they can get. It's hot here today, 33 degrees or so ahead of kickoff. Fortunately, the humidity very low. And certainly we're going to be having a heat break during each half here. So then, Nigeria, as I say, seven-time champions of this tournament. However, they've not picked up the title since 2015 when they beat today's opponents Senegal 1-0 in the final. Didn't qualify 2017, fourth place in 2019. Again, didn't qualify in 2021. Qualification in West Africa is hard. And then came third last year, having come second in Group A. Yes. Beat Uganda in the quarterfinals, lost to the Gambia in the semis. Thrashed Tunisia 4-0 in the third, fourth place playoff. Leading to another run to the Under-20s World Cup. 1-0 after extra time against South Korea. A team with pedigree. Certainly. Compare that to Senegal, the last World Cup. Lost against Japan in their opener in Argentina. And drew against Israel and Colombia, bottom of their group. Do have a best of fourth place, in fact, at the World Cup. Senegal back in 2015, year after they lost to Nigeria in the final. And strangely for Senegal, much of a record, really, apart from in recent years in this under-20s African Cup of Nations. They were in the group stage in 1993 and 95. Hadn't qualified before that, and then didn't qualify again until 2015. They lost to Nigeria in the final that year. They lost to Zambia in the final 2 years after that, and then to Mali on penalties 2 years after that. Then didn't qualify again before returning as champions, winning all 6 matches. Now, time for the national anthems. Nigeria, we hail thee. The new Nigerian national anthem installed at the tail end of last year now for Senegal. And the Lion Rouge, the Red Lion. Well, great to see both sides belting out their national anthems ahead of the game. Time for some high fives and some fist pumps then. Ahead of kick-off here in the sunshine. A quick look at the lineups then. 3 changes made by Alia Zubairu. From the 2-2 draw against Kenya on Wednesday, Suleiman Alabi, Divine Olise come into midfield with Simon Cletus and Orwell Ibrahim both dropping to the bench. There's also a change in the front 3 with Demi Yamor coming in, having started the first 2 group games but having dropped to the bench for the game against Kenya. Dropping out of the squad entirely is Ezihed Kapangu. Sticking the same back 4, back 5 if you include the keeper that they've used throughout the tournament, Nigeria. A nice luxury to have a really settled team at the back. Here are our match officials for this one. Usama Ben Yahya from Algeria taking charge today. Lines people will be Ahmed Douyoui from Tunisia and Fidesz Magurambona from Burundi. Our 4th official, the Egyptian lady there, Shahenda El Maghrabi. Well, Salima Mukansanga in charge of the VAR booth there. From Rwanda, their assistant Nabil Boukalfa from Algeria. Now the Senegal lineup, just one change made from the side that got that vital 2-0 win against the Democratic Republic of Congo last Thursday. They've had one less day of rest since that game compared to Nigeria. There's the one change in force as well. Tali Dia has been an unused sub throughout the group stage. The 16-year-old coming in at left-back for the suspended Lassana Traore after he picked up a second yellow card in as many games last time out against the Congolese. I do wonder if that extra day of rest might make a difference here. It's very hot, so well over 30 degrees. Early afternoon kickoff as well. Certainly anyone sensible will be sitting in the shade out there. Now we're pretty much ready to get underway. There will be a second quarter-final played here later this afternoon, in fact featuring the Democratic Republic of Congo against South Africa. The South Africans looking very good in the group stage despite an opening loss against Egypt. A lot of that did feel quite a lot against the run of play in that match. Egypt have struggled in this tournament. Hosts hammered by Sierra Leone in their second group game. Oh, we're underway then here in Ismailia, Nigeria, in the dark green against the defending champions Senegal in predominantly white, and immediately on the attack down the right-hand side is Badji, and winning a corner just 15 seconds in. Immediately forced onto the back foot. So, to take the corner, lots of white shirts away, man, lots of movement as well. And, well, a little bit of adrenaline perhaps on that corner. Straight out for a throw on the other side of the pitch, cleared everyone. Well, that's understandable in the opening minute of such an important game. You expect both these sides to try and press high up the pitch. Just slightly misjudging the bounce of the ball there. Now Elise spreads the ball over to this near side, Amole. Defender steps in front of the man, but the ball immediately given back to Nigeria. Okoro. Konate, beg your pardon, coming across to clear the danger. Both sides will want to try and dominate possession here. They also want to work fast on the transition, but Senegal's passing so far not quite finding its mark. A little bit of space for Amol now. Amol gets past Magari. Amol into the area, tries to put the ball across goal, rather stumbles over it rather than driving it across the 6-yard box. Lovely approach play. And now Senegal trying to put pressure up on the other end of the pitch. With a heavy touch there. Gives the ball away and another move breaks down for the young Lions of Teranga. Elise again trying to diagonal ball in this time, but Sissoko miles out of his box. Better from Sak this time. Senegal just need to settle down, get the foot on the ball a little bit here. Long ball through, but too much on it. No chance there for Badji. Nice play from Mayuma. Ball in behind here, and a chance for Eriahi. Oh, the defender getting back, and there's the foul given now Yellow card for Khalifa Diouf. His first booking of the tournament. And that's not what you want one of your central defenders on a booking 4 minutes into the game. No offside. And, well, yellow card given. Now, there was a defender chasing back, but he wasn't level. Nigerians probably want to make would be wanting to make a case for a straight red there for denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity. As it is, yellow card and a free kick in a dangerous place here. And Diouf now walking the tightrope for the rest of the match as well. Can't afford another mistake. He might be off. Five-man wall from Mohamed Sissoko. It's what, about 26, 27 yards out. So actually, it's a nice distance. Get the ball over the wall with plenty of power and get it down again. Looks like a Yuma fancies it. In fact, no, it's smashed into the wall. Chukwu. Ball again lofted into the area, this time by Magari. Easily taken by Sissoko. Nice interplay here from Senegal, and all of a sudden space opening up for Sek. He just slips over at the vital moment. Not the first man we've seen slip up in the opening 5-6 minutes. I suspect there's been a lot of water being put down on this hybrid surface. Yeah, just the standing foot sliding. Some of the players may be in need of a slightly different footwear. This time the foul goes against Nigeria. Yeah, the tangle of limbs this time with Diouf. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. And eventually, he going down. Taking Diouf off his feet, but that's going to be a tough battle. Now then, Senegal, progress down the left-hand side. Flying Eagle defence. Back in place and managing to push Senegal all the way from the edge of the area back to the goalkeeper. Trying to inject a little bit of one-touch play here. Senegal, you're trying to use pace now around the outside. Play from Clayton Diandi. Throw eventually coming in. Now the ball to the back post over the top of the defender, but the volley maybe could have gone for a shot. It was a slightly tight angle, but there wasn't really much to aim at in the box. That ball cleared by Daniel Bemei. Must have taken down, but the back heel to no one in particular. Didn't even look, I don't think. Senegal, though, coming into the game here. The offside trap has been sprung. Clinton Jefter with the challenge. Diallo going down, wanting a free kick, getting nothing. Well, he's gone down far too easily there, hasn't he? Still, Senegal corner. Bit of wind whipping across as well, helping this ball bend its way into the 6-yard box. Can they get the delivery right this time? Referee just wanted to calm a few things down here. Bustle of bodies in and around the 6-yard box. Whipped in, Alwyn headed over his own bar there by Bemei. That'll be another Senegal corner. From the other corner. Comes in, the keeper comes for it, makes a really good take as well, and now could be danger on the counter-attack here. As Harrier, not quite in control, and then just the ball lost there as Senegal tried to break in, but player from both sides have stayed down after that. Harrier slightly out of control, sliding into the challenge with Diallo. Clash of knees there. It was Harrier, he was out of control. Lost his footing. Stop his momentum there. Hopefully that's just a knock and nothing more serious for either player. It certainly will hurt. Brahima Diallo, 17 years of age, based with Generation Foot back in Senegal. This is a 4th consecutive start in the competition. Harrier, he meanwhile was, well, dropped to the bench for the 0-0 against Morocco on match day 2, having started their opener against Tunisia, then came back into the side to score against Kenya. So Carrier, he's going to be fine. How about Diallo? Looks like Diallo's going to be fine as well. One of those things, lucky really. Looked like they avoided smashing each other with the actual kneecap. That could have been very nasty indeed, but it looked like it was bone on bone, so there'll be a knock and probably a bruise in the morning, but should be able to play on. Especially important for Senegal. They don't really have any more fullbacks in the squad. Sana Traore out suspended. Maybe someone like Pierre Dorival, normally a defensive midfielder, would be able to transfer those skills. And we've got another Nigeria player down, but they're on the attack here. Harrier, he's going to keep this ball in play. Again, players slipping and sliding on the surface. Harrier, as well to keep the ball, but the final pass not a good one. Nigeria, though, quickly winning the ball back again. And the foul from Suleiman Alabi. The fresh sets of legs coming into that midfield for Nigeria. I wonder if that's going to make a difference. 2 new, fresher players coming into that midfield 3. Suleiman Alabi and Divine Elise. And now Senegal stretching the game down that left flank. Cutting inside, oh, nearly playing the diagonal ball through as well. Just easing his opponent out of the way there. Free kick for Nigeria. That ball nicely played into the channel. It's to be picked up by Elise. Elise still puts the ball across. Goal, first touch. Oh, brilliant stop there from Sissoko. And then blocked as well inside the 6-yard box. Senegal living dangerously at the back. The keeper's gone down as well. And the medical team being asked over. Simple free kick into the channel there. Elise beating Kanate. Ball coming across. Didn't look like there was much of a contact between Ariehi and the goalkeeper. Let's have another look here as he aired in. Well, that was a clear chance for Ariehi. Lovely play on the right-hand side from Elise. A slightly loose touch as well from Amol, but ball broke for Ariehi there. Keeper bravely off his line at speed to block that one. The first real chances of the game then going Senegal's way. Nice intercept on this near side. Good play from Tali Dia. His first taste of action at the tournament. Senegal so far, they've had more of the ball, but yet to create an opportunity. The moves breaking down in the final third. That's a nice turn, using pace and power as well. Still charging forwards, and that's a really good tackle coming in from Chukwu. Now Nigeria can hit on the counter-attack. Ariehi got support inside and outside. Well, that inadvertently gets to Elise. Elise tries to get past Dia, sorry, I beg your pardon. A lot of space for either side, is there, at midfield at the moment. Now the run in behind from Diallo ignored. Instead going back to Sarr. Tia. Loose ball into midfield, gives possession back to Nigeria again. Amo. Under pressure from Dia. Throw going Senegal's way. Player just going down on the knee there. She's picked up some sort of knock in that last move. Sarr clipped from behind. 17 minutes in. Another look at that Ariehi chance, well saved by Sissoko moments ago. It was Tali Dia as well, I think, with the block from the subsequent shot. Coro winning himself a free kick on halfway. Long ball in, keeper comes off his line again. Very brave with his positioning is Sissoko. Well, onside with Senegal. Opportunity knocks here now. Can they get it right in the final third this time? Twisting, turning, shot comes in. Well blocked though, Clayton Diandi unable to pick out a teammate. The offside flag does go up eventually. So it looked tight. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Elise. The more attacking of the midfield three for Nigeria thus far in the opening 19 minutes or so. Getting involved well with the front three, actually. Divine Elise. Senegal again coming forwards, but the move breaking down just as they approach the final third. Just not clicking for the young Lions at the moment. Nothing wrong with the approach play. Nigeria, though, looking the more slick of the two sides. Is Elise in behind the ball, flashes across goal just ahead of Ariahi. Well, they've won the ball again over by near the corner flag as well. Well, played off the defender for another Nigeria corner. It looks so dangerous in the final third at the moment, don't they, Nigerian? Well, Divine Elise very much leading the charge. Making intelligent runs. Passing just that bit quicker and slicker at the moment from the Flying Eagles. Oh, some defending to be done here for the men in white. Into the back post, but bargy, I think. And the referee blowing his whistle. Quite sure why. Oh, a nice play here. Bursting through the line is Sek. Ball back to Badji again, goes for the back post. Oh, and just missing the header. Misjudged it, jumped underneath it. Again, just not quite coming together in and around the area for Senegal at the moment. Approaching the midway point of this first half. So they've had more of the ball, they've just not done much with it so far. Passing accuracy is good, though. Yeah. Trying to claim a free kick, the ball's gone out of play. We've got another player down. Manuel Chukwu. Making a mountain out of a molehill, I think we can safely say. Chukwu there, the 18-year-old. Into the channel again. Jefter chasing after it. Again, ball into Elise, still Elise in again. Sissoko quickly off his line. Sissoko staying down for the second time. I think the referee's going to have a word with the players here. Far too many stoppages, and that was simply from making a save. From what I can tell from that replay, anyway. stoppages already, really preventing the game from lifting off. Lise got in behind there. Regulation save made by Sissoko, after which he's sunk to the ground for the second time already. Okay, he's fine. Elise shrugging off the challenge. Elise gets the ball in there. The keeper spills it, takes at the second attempt. Lovely ball into the left-hand channel. Yari across to clear the danger for the moment. Senegal moving a few players further forward. Not much coming forwards here, though. They're going to struggle to break down that defence with just 4 or 5 players. Eventually the ball comes into the area. Flicked away by Amo. Badji thinks about the throw, instead waits for Dia to come up. Sar. Sorry, Seka, beg your pardon. Oh, lovely work there from Dia. Didn't quite clear the first man with the cross, but the defensive header missed. Eventually good work from Ayuma. Neatly clearing the danger for the Flying Eagles. And the clumsy challenge coming in from Badji. He goes long with the free kick. Eventually cleared long by Sissoko. Shakur across. Lovely play here from Senegal, and the first shot comes in, it's spilled by the keeper. Well, good reactions in the end from Harcourt. And, well, another break in play here. Oh, nice move, Badji cutting in onto his left foot. Ball just dipping in front of the keeper, difficult to take. Fumbled it, took it at the second attempt. I wonder if they're taking the drinks break now. It would make sense to combine it with yet another injury timeout. Senegalese player entitled to go for that. And he's done so in a non-dangerous fashion as well, Ibrahima Dieng. Hasn't seen much of the ball so far, to be fair, so we are officially having our cooling break now. Bounce back into position then. Maybe we can have a clear run to the half-time whistle now in these last 16 minutes plus stoppages. Senegal doing well to win the ball high at the pitch again. Now Badji, the cross just taking a deflection. Keeper getting the ball moving quickly, and all of a sudden Nigeria are getting right at this Senegalese back four. Here's Ariehi. Ariehi slightly scuffs the attempted cross though. Andy eased off the ball. Legally so, says the ref. Oh, and the defender missed it. Badji cuts back. Now he drives to the line again and stabs his cross straight out of play. First touch again from Amor, and he's continued his run now, and he's found plenty of space on this near side. Amor nearly forgot to take the ball with him there, and again. And then the cross, it looked like again he just missed the ball. Second time he's done that with Demi Amor. Lovely approach play. Slightly comical attempt at a cross. The referee playing advantage. That was an optimistic effort, shall we say, from that far out. Divine Elise has had a fine start to the game, the 17-year-old. In fact, not his best moment, though. Goal taken long by Sissoko. Foul going against Nigeria in the centre circle. Shove in the back quite clearly from Chukwu. Just being warned, another one of those and you go in the book. Clear shove in the back with both hands, wasn't it? In front of the referee as well. The referee, I think, is going to stop the game again in a moment, or is he? No, he's not. The Nigerian deciding he wasn't injured after all. And the game can actually continue for a change. Now then, Senegal making some space, but oh, that pass from Sek was rather telegraphed, wasn't it? And Elise on a different wavelength to the rest of his teammates for Nigeria. And the counter-attack breaks down as well. Strong header from Okoro. Oh, Nigeria, this is their 17th appearance in the semi-finals of this competition. They've never lost a quarter-final, believe it or not. They've won all 7 since the current format came into being as well. They've only failed to reach the semi-finals or better on 2 occasions, in 1993 and in 2001. Nigeria, they really are a powerhouse of age group football, and they're sweeping through here. Oh, and a lovely dummy from Ariehi, nearly And the Senegalese defence going the wrong way, but now young Lions can come forward, but then the ball just given away cheaply by Sek. A few loose passes for number 15. And again, they're in behind here. Hamol. Look for the top corner. I think the keeper probably had that one covered. It wasn't far off. Crossfield ball, looking for the run of Jefta. Been the quieter of the attacking trio for Nigeria so far has the number 7. It's been given the run around there, and all of a sudden, little gap in behind. Oh, and good pace as well coming here. The cross in, straight at the keeper from Diandi. Again, some of the players are struggling to keep their footing at times. Yeah, he picks up the loose ball. Plays a 1-2. Number 9 over on that right-hand flank. Nigeria just probing here, trying to find a little bit of space. The ball in behind, but it's too much on it. Well, unable to keep that one in play. Foul from Chukwu on halfway. Just the one booking in this game so far. Khalifa Diouf picking one up in the 4th minute. The Senegalese centre-back. Nice overlap here from Dia. Under pressure from Okoro. He tried to win himself a corner there, but Okoro just withdrawing his leg at the vital moment. Now Elise able to find a teammate, but does well to win the ball back. Plays the 1-2. Still coming forwards here, Nigeria. They got plenty. The green shirts coming forwards now. Not the best of passes, though, from Alabi. Then the ball comes into the area. I'm not sure Arieh, he thought that was coming to him, you know. I think he assumed the defender was going to cut that one out. He just didn't jump. Now it's Elise's turn to go down. Elise complaining. I think he wants a free kick or a penalty here. This is the chance a few moments ago. The other end of the pitch. Entirely sure if Diandi was trying to hit a cross or a shot there. Maybe he knows. Divine Elise hobbling to the side of the pitch. He's had a good opening 30-odd minutes of the game as the number 13. Nigeria for the moment, just need to play on with just the 10 men. At least they'd be able to carry on, I wonder. Ball eventually dug out from the byline, but cut out on the edge of the 6-yard box. Clearance, though, going to the green shirt. Oh, sloppy from Bemay, the captain. And now can that ball be kept? Oh, not quite kept in play. That's a pity as far as Senegal are concerned. Loose ball just evading Thiam. Again at the sloppy clearance, but then the ball given away. Ariahi chasing after that one, but tidied up by Kanate. Ball back at Kanate again. And Sissoko. It's the 41st minute. Nigeria 0, Senegal 0. The Nigerians, though, the 7-time champions, having much the better of this first half so far against the defending champions. The winning of this title 2 years ago for Senegal for the first time, part of well, the clean sweep of African titles, wasn't it? They were AFCON champions, under-23 champions, under-20 champions, under-17 champions, women's champions. Oh, and they were champions of the beach football as well, just for good measure. Golden period of Senegalese football, and the ball's been kept in play there well by Badji. Stands the ball up to the back post, the header comes in. Oh, off the post, the keeper didn't react. Well, that's the closest we've come to the opening goal for Senegal. The keeper just watched that one onto the post. He must have felt it was going wide. Koro does well. Now Elabi. Yuma quarterbacks it over to the right-hand side, picked up by Jefta. Well, that's the closest that Senegal have come. They haven't created much. They've had plenty of the ball, 50% of it, but the moves breaking down in the final third, by and large. Just not always choosing the right options. It's a decent long throw he's got on him there, isn't it? Could be useful. Poor ball out from the back from Megari. 5 up in this attack for Senegal. Sek spreading the ball out to the left-hand side. The shot comes in, but catching practice really for Harcourt. Really been tested so far, has he? This is the earlier opportunity, the ball coming in. Thiam with the powerful leap. Keeper very relieved to see that come back off the post. Must have felt it was going wide, looking at his body language. Thiam, well, the goal may not have stood anyway. Thiam appeared to lead with his arm as he jumped. Made contact with the defender. We'll never know, though, because the effort was off target anyway. Good movement here. Elise back on the pitch. Looks fine, doesn't he? Sek. Well, I've got to say, I don't Do not agree with that. I didn't even think that was a foul. Just looked like he stepped in front of the man, getting in between the man and the ball. Strong defending. So, both teams with one defender in the referee's notebook already from this first half. Ball into the channel. And well, Diallo claiming that, but clearly seemed to come off of him. 5 minutes added on at the end of this first half from the multitude of injury stops that we've had. Got another man down as well on halfway. Suleiman Alabi this time. Pointing to his right knee. Seems rather unnecessary having the game stopped every time there's any sort of contact between players, to be honest. And then Okoro lofts the ball forward, headed away. Down for another Nigeria throw. Nice turn from Jefta. Sweeps the ball in, too much on to get picked up on this near side though by Amol. Thumping challenge going in there, cleanly won the ball. A long ball out, rather falls in between white shirts. Badgie goes down. The throw-in goes against Senegal. We're going to have another stop here. Senegal actually put something together in the final third before the end of the half, I wonder. That's been cut out now. Amol. And at a full stretch there was Dia to clear the danger. Okoro now charges forward. Yuma, again, playing the quarterback role from the centre circle. Shoving the back of set, coughs up another free kick into the final of 5 added minutes at the end of this first half. Still goalless between Nigeria and Senegal. A game that struggled to find a rhythm, really. Too many stoppages. It's a nice play from Badji. Eventually that goes out for the goal kick. Badji can certainly push up against Okoro now. Okoro on a yellow card. He has to be a little bit careful, the Nigeria left back. Perhaps something to be exploited in the second period. As the referee brings the first half to a close here at the Suez Canal Authority Stadium. In the bright sunshine of the early afternoon. Defending champions Senegal 0, 7-time champions Nigeria 0. At stake, of course, a place at the Under-20s World Cup in Chile later this year. Fair to say, neither team have really cut loose yet. Nigeria have put some nice passages of play together in fits and starts, but the game has really struggled to find a flow so far. I'm sure both sides and both coaches certainly be hoping for better in the second half. Look at the half-time statistics. Nigeria just edging possession. Well, 6 shots to 4, leading that statistic. But I mean, honestly, Nigeria's chances have been of a, so we say, a much higher quality than Senegal's. Benisa Harcourt, the Nigeria goalkeeper, hasn't really. He's had to make a couple of soft saves, but nothing really to make him stretch, whereas Mohamed Sissoko, as opposite number, has had to make a couple of very good stops in the early part of that first half to keep the scores at 0-0. Senegal looking neat in approach, but falling apart in and around the Nigeria area. Nigeria, meanwhile, when they have got it right, they've managed to cut straight through. So, goalless at half-time here in Ismailia. The XG, the expected goals, 0.56 for Nigeria, 0.2 for Senegal. Neither team exactly peppering the opposition area with crosses either. Huge amount of action in either penalty area, but we can certainly hope for better in the second half. The game should stretch. It's very hot. There'll be another cooling break in the second period. It's very hot out there. No humidity, fortunately. That's down at 20-something%, as close as the coast. But it is over 30 degrees. Bright sunshine as well. And maybe as the players tire, things will stretch out a bit, make a little bit more room for those looking for space in and around. So, well, that's all for us here in the first half. It's at Nigeria 0, Senegal 0. We'll be back soon with the second period from Ismailia. First of the quarter-finals of the Under-20 African Cup of Nations in Egypt got underway on Monday afternoon. Seven-time champions Nigeria against defending champions Senegal at stake, a place in the semi-finals, and also a precious berth at the Under-20 World Cup in Chile at the end of the year. Now, the Suez Canal Stadium, the venue for this one, hot but not humid, and Nigeria settling much the better in the first half. Although Senegal seeing plenty of the ball, unable to do much with it in the final third. In Nigeria, though, they're slick into passing. Something else. Demi Amo brought into the side today, curling that one just high and wide. This the closest Senegal got. Captain Cheek Tiam heading that one against the post. Keeper happy to see that go wide, so goalless at half-time, hoping for better in the second half from both sides.
نهاية الشوط الأول التعادل السلبي بين منتخب نيجيريا ومنتخب السنغال. Ended the first half in a group, Nigeria 0, Senegal 0.
back then to the Suez Canal Authority Stadium here in Ismailia. It's a quarter-final day in the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations here in Egypt. And first up, an absolute blockbuster here between the 7-time champions Nigeria and Senegal. Now champions from 2 years ago and defending that title here. Well, the first half perhaps a little disappointing. No real rhythm to the game, too many stoppages really. Nigeria looking much the sharper in the final third. Senegal having plenty of the ball, but not really doing a huge amount with it. Now then, we've got a substitution coming up. I don't think... looks like Clayton Diandi being substituted, and Yaya Dieme, who was picked up an injury in his only start so far in that loss against Ghana on match day 2. Now, will he line up on the right, or as he prefers to, or will he stay over on the left to allow Amadou Badji to remain on the right? Have to wait and see on that one. So, back underway then, Ismailia. Nigeria 0, Senegal 0 at half-time, and a reminder that it's still goalless at the end of the full 90. We will go to extra time before penalties here. Diemi, by the way, assisted their only goal against the Central African Republic on a match day 1, having come off the bench to do that. Started the second game, he got picked up an injury in the second half of that. Back in and on the pitch again today. Now, Jefta. Slightly robust challenge coming in from Baraba Megari. Looks like Badji has indeed moved over to the left-hand side. So a swap of flanks for him. Slightly agricultural clearance there, the ball being shepherded out of play by Jefta. Attempted cross takes a big deflection, allowed to bounce on the edge of the area before being smashed up in the air there. Headed by Chukwu. Nice play at the back. Nigeria. A little bit of sleight of foot as well from Harcourt. Not the best of clearances. Straight out of play from the 15, if you believe it or not, 15-year-old goalkeeper. Now Elise. Well, unusually for him, slightly sloppy with the pass. The keeper Sissoko, not for the first time, very quickly out of his area to close things down. Now Ayuma trying to knit things together at the back. Another ball in between the full-back and the centre-back, but too much on it, and straight through to Sissoko this time. Oh, they've won the ball high at the pitch here. Elise can't make room for the shot, tries to play a 1-2 on the edge of the area. That's going to deflect all the way back into the hands of Sissoko. Nigeria immediately on the front foot at the start of this second half, though, causing issues at the back for the young Lions of Teranga. This time, Dunaka Okoro on the floor. Stress levels will be rising on the benches as we get deeper into this second half, with it still tied at no goals apiece. And which team is going to step up? Be the first to find the net, I wonder. Deflection on the cross, then cleared. Spinning ball. Evading area here, I think it was. Attempted ball down the channel, intercepted. Now picked up in midfield by Jefta. Turns it back to Chukwu. Slightly loose ball across the back four, but they get away with it there, Nigeria. Yuma. Nigeria this time coming forwards. Jefta keeping the ball in play. Eventually put out by, well, it looked like it was out by Diallo. Jefta being told under no certain terms to calm down after his reaction. Well, it's hard to say that the officials got that one right, isn't it? A little knock on the back of the head there for Dieng. Nice ball out to the right-hand side. Senegal player stay down after a late collision. I think there might have been an offside anyway. This time, no more. Get the ball, stunning shot from distance on the volley out of nowhere, and all of a sudden Harcourt forced into his first real save of the game. Well, what a piece of skill it was there from Seinu Sek. Was it Sek actually? Beg your pardon, Ibrahima Dieng. First touch. And after that, he was always going to have a go at the volley from distance. It was dipping viciously as well. This to be swung in by Chiktiam, the Senegal captain goes for the back post. Well, there are players over there, but they're getting in each other's way. Volleyed straight back in there. Omar Sarr just bouncing harmlessly into the hands of Harcourt. Jefter doing well to keep the ball there. Elise not quite finding the correct pass this time, intercepted by Diallo, but he runs the ball out for a corner. More pressure here for Senegal. Jefter goes across to take this. Not many six green shirts in the area, but that one headed away from around about the penalty spot. Ball back out to Jefter. It was a good run from Magari, but couldn't control the cross, couldn't quite just wrap his foot round that one. 10 minutes into the second half, and it's been pretty much more of the same as far as Nigeria are concerned. Starting to dominate possession, certainly putting more pressure in the final third. And they're coming forwards here, and that was a vital interception from taking the ball off the toes of Ariehi. He'd spun and skilled his way into the area. Bemehi now. Cleared long by Nigeria. Cleared up by Dieme. Diallo, sorry. Nice turn. Now some pace as well on the ball. Chipped in behind, but again, look at the starting position there for Sissoko. Just wonder if the Nigerians have thought about going for a bit of a chip from distance here. So the keeper is that far out, must be possible to get the ball over the top. Then you have to do it once, and that'll keep the keeper on it a little bit further back anyway, give them more space to play with in behind the back four. Nice play on the left-hand side. Ball laid off by Ariehi. Elise. Oh, perhaps one too many passes there. Laid off by Sek. Elise's cushion pass finds an opposition player, but then Ayuma wins the ball, and all of a sudden they're in behind here again. And that was a vital challenge on Alabi. All sorts of danger signals at the back there for Senegal, and suddenly defence turns into attack. Badji, still Badji, steps on the ball inadvertently, and another chance goes begging for Senegal. Nice play from Jefter this time. Ariehi keeping the ball well, the number 9. Based in Norway, by the way. Ariehi on the ball in behind the men on the edge of the 6-yard box there for Nigeria. Jefter was the furthest man forward and eventually dispossessed. Just a few signs the game's starting to open up a little bit. And the foul there goes against Ayuma. And a yellow card. clumsy, wasn't it? Came in, missed the ball. It'd been fine if he'd just stepped over it, didn't he? On his way in there, Ayuma. A free kick lofted long towards the penalty spot. Yuma picks up the loose ball. Oh, nice layoff there as well, and all of a sudden again, Nigeria running at pace here. Elise. He's been the more attacking of the Nigerian midfielders, making some great support runs from deep. Senegal again losing the ball in midfield. Now the ball chipped over the top. Was looking for the run of Jefta. Sissoko had that one covered again. Ball forward from Senegal, hoping to pick up the pieces in midfield, but it's just not really going their way, is it, at the moment? Ariahi was the man chasing back, trying to win the ball. Khalifa Diouf, I think it is, the man who was down, just over halfway. Taken short this time. Now the long ball down the channel on that right-hand side. Adji doing well to dig out the cross to the edge of the area. First touch, though, a little bit loose from Dieme. Ball given away again. Dieme, though, making up for losing the ball a few moments ago with the intercept. The slip from Tiam. Gets back up and then slips again as he tries to put that ball through for the run of Dieme. It was the right idea, trying to turn the Nigerian back foot. Well, that's going to be a yellow card, surely. Baraba Magari with a rugby tackle. I mean, no attempt to play the ball whatsoever. Frankly shocked that's not a booking, considering what else we've seen bookings for. Just 3 men up on the edge of the box here for Senegal. A bit of a lack of ambition. Now some more bodies come forwards. Some afternoon prayers kick off around Ismailia. Headed away from the edge of the box. Ariehi latches onto it, but can't quite feed the ball to himself. Nice turn from Seck. Oh, opportunity here for Senegal. Surely the opener, and he's overrun it and then tripped over as Ibrahim Dieng. Oh, the flag went up eventually. Let's have another look here. Oh, he's clearly off, isn't he? Well, that will save some blushes. Just there, though, you think, oh, score. And then he inadvertently touches it with his left foot. The ball gets taken away from him, and as he tries to stretch for it, he falls over. Nigeria player Elise goes down with a huge scream, ignored and suddenly back up on his feet again. Meanwhile, play continues on that left-hand side, and eventually the ball put behind for a corner by Omar Sarr. Minutes gone in the second half. The chances have been few and far between, I've got to be said. Good delivery to the back post. Keeper comes for it, misses it. Didn't get off the ground, really, did Sissoko. Chukwu trying to win a throw-in or a corner, just blast the ball straight out of play for a goal kick. Better play here from Senegal. Seck becoming more involved in an attacking sense in this half. Still Seck digs out the shot, but not enough on it really to unduly worry Harcourt. Skipping across the challenges. Quite get enough on the final shot though. Nigeria winning the ball high up the pitch. They've got 5 men up here already. Laid off for Jefta. Attempted cross. Just taken off the toes of Amo. Now then. And again, space here for Senegal. Good defending from Okoro though, getting in between Badji and the ball. And eventually winning the foul as well. Free kick taken long. All there to be won in the centre circle. Senegal doing just that. And again, looking for space on that far side. First touch, nearly taking the ball out of play. Need some support over there. Seeing much from the fullbacks, are we? From Senegal. Either Diallo or Dia. Not really offering much help to those wide players. Minutes plus stoppages to go here. Still goalless. Neither side really moving the needle much in this second half. Blasted out to play. So a change here. Semusek coming off, with Pierre Dorival coming on in his place. Also a change out wide with Amadou Badji coming off to be replaced by Mame Morfaye. Faye started the first two games, was dropped from the squad for the third. Dorival also played the first two as an unused substitute against the Democratic Republic of Congo.
تبديل لمنتخب السنغال مخرج اللاعب رقم 11 ونزول اللاعب رقم 22.
A bit peculiar, really, taking Sek off. It hadn't done much in the first half, this is true, but he was actually doing well. It's some bright, shiny moments in the last 5-10 minutes or so. Yeme does well to dig a cross out there, headed away from the edge of the 6-yard box. And then the shot from Omar Sarr blazes out for a goal kick. Yeah, Dorival, based in France with Lyon. Gonna have, well, first touch for Mame Faye. Yellow card. Huge scream from Daniel Bemeye. It's always the problem when you come on as a substitute, a bit cold. Just had his foot stepped on. You're just not quite up to speed, are you? More of a clatter of the shin. The young Lions of Teranga have just sparked into life in the last few minutes or so, but by and large they have been second best in this match. Yet to make a substitution, by the way, Halia Zaberu. Space now on this near side. Migari. Cross though. Unable to find a teammate. Senegal shooting themselves in the foot. They're putting the ball straight out of play under no pressure at all. Oh, given away by Ayuma. And now they can come forward, Senegal. 4 men up in this attack. Cross comes in, but easily cut out. Yeme winning himself a free kick. About 10 yards out from the penalty area on this near side. I don't think that's in range for a shot, but certainly you could worry the Nigerian backline with a well-delivered free kick here. Yeme going to take this one. Good delivery. Well, there was a defensive header there, and it sort of came off at, I think it was Faye, completely inadvertent. And well, another opportunity goes begging for Senegal. So neither team really creating much in this second half. That's better from Nigeria, though, getting in behind. The pass, though, intercepted by Sarr. Another cross into the area, just over the head of Ariahi. Senegal can come forwards now. They're looking a bit leggy, though. Not much support for Sarr here. Tiam comes across. Sarr. Diallo continues his run, just ignored by Sarr, though. Nice ambition over on that far side from Faye. Oh, and that's lovely from Elise. The good ball in here, and he's continued his run. Elise gets the ball back. Side foots it straight at the keeper. A lovely flowing move from the Flying Eagles there. Divine Elise has been making some fantastic thrusting runs from midfield throughout the match, combining with Ariahi. I think we're going to have our cooling break now. So it's over 30 degrees out there. Fortunately, not much in the way of humidity. Koro battling away. This is the opportunity a few moments ago. Fantastic, right up until the finish from Elise. Side-footed it straight at the keeper. So there'll be just over 13 minutes plus stoppages to go at the end of this drinks break. Is one team or other going to step up here and make that place in the semi-finals, and of course in the Under-20 World Cup later this year in Chile, theirs. Is someone going to win it? Is someone going to lose it? A reminder that Nigeria never lost a quarter-final in this tournament. Elise really has been on it in midfield, as much as the fairly stop-start game has allowed him to anyway. Finally, looks like Nigeria turning to the bench. Grixon Mendos, the 18-year-old, looks like he's about to come on. I think the other one was how well Ibrahim, so some fresh legs in midfield, perhaps. Indeed it is.
تبديل منتخب نيجيريا بخروج اللاعب رقم 11 ونزول اللاعب رقم 18.
Coming off to be replaced by
the
Tornadoes wide player Grixon Mendos. That'll be very much like for like. And Suleiman Alabi.
تبديل لمنتخب نيجيريا بخروج اللاعب رقم 8
His first start
ونزول
today
اللاعب
hasn't
رقم 15.
lasted the full 90.
Substitution for Nigeria, player number 8 Sulaiman Ulalapan out, player number 15 Awad Ibrahim in.
What will those fresh legs do? Ibrahim, so more of a defensive midfielder. Maybe Ayuma will be able to move a little bit further up. Elise with the flick on. Flag stays down, shot comes in, tipped round the post by the keeper. Immediate impact then from the substitutes. Wales offside there. It was Arriahi not involved in that first phase. Then he got back into an onside position. Before latching onto the loose ball for the shot. Oh, and a clash of heads there between the two. Elise and Diouf. And I think we're going to have another. Lengthy stoppage here. Genuine effort to get the ball. Just a genuine clash of heads. Looked like the forehead of Diouf onto the temple of Elise. Looks like this is going to take a minute or two to sort out. Actually, the one you worry about there is Elise. That looked like it was on the side of the head, around about the temple. That can really leave you discombobulated. Looks like Elise is going to be okay, fortunately, and Diouf, hopefully, as well. So they are running out of defensive reinforcements. We do have Fallou Diouf waiting on the sidelines if required. Generation foot centre-back at the moment, though. Both teams down to 10 men. And that'll be an extra, 2 or 3 minutes added onto the clock at the end of the full 90. As one of these teams tries to avoid this game being dragged into extra time. Ball stabbed into the area, picked up at the far post by Okoro. Teases a ball in, but it's a poor one, straight into the hands of Sissoko. Sissoko slips as he tries to clear that towards the run of Dieme. Okoro just easing Faye off the ball. Those two having a right old ding-dong battle since Faye came on for Badji. Not the best of crosses, though, this time from Faye. Nigeria can clear their lines. Elise, has he kept that ball in play? If he has, he's onside. Elise got a little bit of support, but just took the wrong option, tried to run it inside himself. Ran straight at the supporting player as well, so just ran into traffic. Not the best of decisions there from the number 13. Did ever so well to keep the ball in play here. Remember, all of the ball has to have crossed the line to be out of play, not just part of it. Senegal seeing less and less of the ball at the moment. Oh, they've given the ball away. Here's Elise now. Elise, oh, that's a really good tackle coming in on the number 13, and a vital one too for as far as Senegal are concerned. Derriere, in his desperation to try and win the ball back, just committed a foul on this near side. Well, I say he's committed a foul. He was literally dragged into it by Diallo. This was the tackle a moment ago. Full stretch from the substitute, Pierre Dorival. Another change incoming then, and Divine Elise Wanda, he's 100% after that clash of heads earlier, made a couple of not great decisions since then. It's the number 13. Coming on in his place, the German-based Precious Benjamin. Started against Morocco match day 2. Substitute against Tunisia, left on the bench last game out against Kenya. Benjamin, based in Germany with Hoffenheim, going through the ranks there. Again, Khalifa Diouf, well, he was the man also involved with Elise in that clash of heads, so looks like neither of them are going to make it through. And Fallou Diouf coming on in his place. So Fallou Diouf started the first 2 games. Substitute against the DRC. On again as a substitute here. Of course, there will be concussion protocols as well. There only being 3 days rather until the semi-final, and 6 days until the final. If there is a definite concussion there for either Divine Elise or Khalifa Diouf, they will be potentially out of the rest of the tournament. We'll have to wait and see. Senegal officially with no more defenders on the bench now. Any other defensive changes required will mean that they're going to have some midfielders covering back instead, if they stick with the back 4. Let's move to a back 3, I suppose. Spinning ball in behind the Nigerian back 4. Stab over the top. It's all a bit of a hurry though. Benjamin unable to get on the end of that. He's beaten to it. Nigeria put the ball in, but straight into the hands of the keeper, and a player stays down on that far side. Koro again. So I can't believe that Nigeria particularly want to this game to go to penalties. They've been involved in 3 penalty shootouts in this competition over the years. They won against Morocco in 2005. On their way to the title. 7 minutes added on at the end of this second half. So a 2-2 draw, then beat Morocco on the way to the final in 2005. They then lost shootouts to 2019 against Mali in the semi-finals and against South Africa at the same tournament in the 3rd, 4th place playoff. So they've lost their last 2, Nigeria. I think they'd want to avoid it. Jefta sticking to the shadows for the moment. Sun just getting a little bit longer, isn't it? Thumping challenge going in. Again from Ibrahim. Some defending to be done here for Senegal. Can Nigeria find the winner? Oh, that was a poor pass. Missed at the base of midfield by Sarr. That was a bit of a last-ditch tackle going in over there. Nice ball down the line. And a little trip coming in. Israel Ayuma. Just a little bump on the back of the legs of Cheek Tiam. Headed away by Bemei. Senegal, a little flurry of possession here. A couple of free kicks over on that far side. Now they're going to take the opportunity. Oh, Precious Benjamin claiming there it was a shoulder. It was a blatant shove in the back. Never believe a footballer. That will tell us a lot about Senegal's ambitions for the end of this game. Do they want to avoid extra time here? Not a lot of players up for this one. Ball goes in. It's not been well defended. Eventually, Ibrahim sort of controlled it, and now an opportunity on the counter-attack. 3 men up in this one for Nigeria. Here's Benjamin. Cuts the ball back, and it's behind the support player in Senegal now. Can maybe exploit the space in behind, but good challenge coming across from Makoro. A lot of good work down that side. Comes forward, headed away from the edge of the area by Senegal. 3 minutes of added time left. It's all gone a bit shapeless, hasn't it? Senegal, you get the impression, just holding on. Nigeria unable to put things together at the moment. Oh, high foot coming across there. be. Yellow card for Tali Dia, who started on the left. He's moved over to the right now. A high foot that's made a small amount of contact. So Ayuma is going to take this. Nigeria, 6 men lined up on the edge of the area, make that 7 in fact, as Okoro drifts into the line as well. Nigeria do not want this to go to extra time and penalties. Swung in, header comes in, but, well, Ariyehi, not quite sure how he managed to find that amount of space with so many players in there. Didn't quite get the timing right, though. Not much power in the resulting header. Things will be getting nervy now. Ariyehi tries to get that one across. He'll let that go out for a corner, though. An opportunity here for a late set piece for Nigeria. Can they snatch the game right at the death here? Into the final minute. The corner taken to the edge of the area. Here's Okoro. And he curls that one miles wide. That's probably the last of the chances in normal time here. They're going to have an extra 30 in the sunshine of Ismailia. There is the end of the 90 minutes, so the first of the quarterfinals at this under-20 African Cup of Nations will go to extra time. Nigeria and Senegal, 7-time champions against the defending champions, unable to find separation in the full 90. We're going to need a little bit more to try and figure out a winner of this one. So chance to take on some liquids and try and figure out perhaps a little tactical tweak or two before we go into extra time. Nigeria, they had the extra day of rest in between their final group game and this game. They had their final game, their 2-2 draw against Kenya on Wednesday. Senegal, their 2-0 win against DR Congo on Thursday. So at this stage, Nigeria have used 1 fewer substitutions as well. Their thoughts there of the coaching staffs. Really get as much fluids into them as possible. Power gels if required as well. There's the Nigerian captain Daniel Bemegi slugging down another water of bottle. Water of bottle? Bottle of water even. Has a bunch of caps for the full Nigerian side. They, 19 had those caps 2.5 years ago. That's going to be one thing, isn't it? The cramp in these hot conditions may cause an issue for a couple of the players. Players immediately going to the shaded part of the pitch here, try and cool themselves down, of entering into extra time. Worth noting that the under-17 African Cup of Nations last month, matches in the knockout stage were going straight to penalties after full time. That's not necessarily the case here. It looks like they're going to have another change. Sadie Diuk coming on for only the second time in the tournament. Number 10 midfielder. Is that going to be in place of Omar Sarr or Chik Tiam, I wonder? To replace one of the defenders. No defenders left on the bench for Serene Dia's side. About to come on. Now, who's he coming on for? That's the question. Nigerian player still reposing there. One of the other important things as well is to not let the muscles cool down too much at this stage of the game. Running repairs for the goalkeeper, Mohamed Sissoko. Making a couple of good saves in the first half, and be quiet in the second. It's Falou Diouf who's taken the captain's armband off of Chik Tiam since coming on. Here comes the change. Two changes, in fact, from Senegal. I say Yaya Diémé, number 7, was actually a substitute quite late in that second half. He can't surely be the one being taken off here. Right. So Ibrahima Dieng, who's been pretty quiet, being replaced by Adora Mandia. And then Chik Tiam, his race is run, being replaced by Sadie Diuk. Also some fresh legs coming on. Clinton Jefter off, and Tahir Megana coming on for his third substitute appearance of the competition. So back underway then here in Ismailia. Nigeria 0, Senegal 0 after the full 90. Nigeria with the better of it, but Senegal holding on gamely, refusing to give up that title he won 2 years ago. So here in Egypt, Diuk immediately winning himself a free kick. Senegal did start to just spark into life once or twice at the end of the game as the match started to stretch. Now, is that going to continue into extra time, I wonder? Ariyehi still out there for Nigeria. Pretty certain as well, that's no more substitutes left now for Senegal. You get 5 at the start of the game in 3 windows. You get an extra one if you go into extra time, and they've just used 2 to make it 6 in total, so I don't think Senegal will be able to make any more changes now. That could be a real problem if anyone comes down with cramp, which is quite likely in these hot conditions. Ibrahim going to take the corner here. Lots of green shirts to aim at in the area. Can they make one of these set pieces count? Just over the head of Ariyehi. Ball back out to Ibrahim again. Cuts inside. Well shepherded though. Nice turn from Okoro. He puts the ball into the area, chested down by Ariyehi. The shot comes in and that's not far over. Better from Nigeria early in this first half of extra time. It was always just going that little bit high, wasn't it, from Benjamin? Just lent back that little bit. Mind you, the challenger's coming in. The ball had to have a little bit of loft on it. Nice play in midfield. Now a little bit of space on the right-hand side, and Senegal win themselves a corner. Nigeria with a little bit of defence to be done here. Yaya Dieme goes across to take this one. It's going to be the in-swinger. Concentration on the face of Harcourt. And effectively only, what, 5 players up for the corner here. Senegal, a little bit tentative, isn't it? Trying a little bit of extra something with the train here, and the header does come in, but it's rather mistimed by Diouf and over for a goal kick. A little bit of frustration there for the man now holding the captain's armband as Chukwu goes down. Holding his shoulder, is it? Yari plays the ball back inside. And Meyi goes long. It's too long for Benjamin. Ariyehi does well to pick up the ball. Just dropping deep for a moment, stitching things together with his midfield and defence. Here's the number 9. Benjamin trying to break onto the ball there, and he does well. Cleanly wins the ball. So 6 minutes into this first half of extra time. Remember, 15 minutes each way. Nice ball out for Sarr. Now spread over to that right-hand side. Faye running at Okoro. Gets down to the byline, gets the cross past the first man, but first touch from Dia takes it away from Senegal. A little bit clumsy for Omar Sarr this time, chasing back. Oh, yeah, he taking flight. Sarr with a defensive header. The shot comes in, but that's taken a big old deflection as well. It'll be another corner for Nigeria midway through this first half of extra time. Well, the cross comes in and is in danger of scoring direct from the corner there. Sissoko put himself into an unorthodox position there, but did get the ball out of play for another corner. Seems to be a little bit dangerous, allowing the ball to get in behind him, though. Another corner here for Nigeria. 6 green shirts to Waymat, a 7th just outside the D. Keeper comes for it again, doesn't get it again. Well, that's going to make the defenders a bit more nervous, isn't it? That's not the first time Sissoko's come for a corner and failed to get there. Comes again, beaten to it. Another corner for Nigeria. Senegal under all sorts of pressure at the moment. Well, the referee not happy with some of the shenanigans going on between Okoro and Diouf. Sorry, not Diouf, beg your pardon. Torival. Again, 6 green shirts to Waymat and 7th just on the edge of the D. And comes in, this time the keeper comes for it and gets it. A little bit of illegal obstruction on the keeper as he tried to run that one out. Nigeria do have the option of another couple of substitutes if they want one, as Faye wins that ball in the air. Oh, the players carrying on after the whistle was blown. So battling for ball just a microsecond too late. That's the thing with those slow motion replays, they make those sort of challenges where you're just beaten to it by just a split second. They make them look a lot worse than they actually are. The shot from distance, but never unduly worrying the goalkeeper this time. Oh yeah, he chesting that one down, going for the volley, trying to get the shot away before the defenders could close him down. Nice interplay from Nigeria, but then the ball given away before Ayuma could pounce on it, and now an opportunity on the counter-attack perhaps for Senegal. Can they make the right decisions in the final third this time? Faye up against Chukwu, gets himself the free kick. Harcourt just organising his wall. Going to be the substitute, Duke. Two men in the wall. One Senegalese player near the edge of the 6-yard box, the rest of them in a knot on the edge of the area now. They make their runs. Senegal goes to the back post. Oh, it's just wide. The keeper beaten, all ends up. And it's a standing captain, Diouf, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, Diouf just peeling off the back of his marker. Oh, that's only just wide. I'll tell you what, Yaya Dieme there doesn't react. The ball flashes straight across him. He could have thrown himself at that, put it in the back of the net, surely. Opportunity missed there for Senegal. And it would have been against the run of play, it has to be said. Just in the last couple of minutes of this first half of added time, Senegal have just had probably their best chance of the match. They did have one header bounce back off the upright, but the keeper had that one covered. That, though, the keeper was nowhere near. Just the wrong side of the upright. And as I say, Dieme, I think, maybe should have applied a finishing touch to that. Better from Senegal. Dieme running at Megari. Can't dig out the cross. That was not the best of balls out from defence. Half intercepted by Faye. Cleared long by Sissoko. A little bit of space being found by Diouf. Doesn't get the throw he thought he was going to get. Megari getting the better of him on this occasion. And that's that for the first half of extra time here at the Suez Canal Authority Stadium. Goalless at the end of normal time between seven-time champions Nigeria and our defending champions Senegal. Nigeria, though, arguably having the better of the game, the better of the chances. And into the first half of extra time, still no goals. An avalanche of set pieces from Nigeria. Didn't really unduly test Mohamed Sissoko. Although he did come for a couple of crosses and missed them entirely. Problem was everyone else missed them as well. Then that one chance for Senegal. Set piece delivery to the back post. And Fallou Diouf planting his header only just wide. The ball flashing straight in front of Yaya Dieme as well, who could have taken even the slightest of touches to surely turn the ball into the net and put Senegal into the lead. However, he didn't react in time. And now we have 15 minutes left in order to try and find a winner of this before we end up into the lottery of a penalty shootout. A quick turnaround, quick blast of fluids for the players and the officials actually. And back underway then here in Ismailia. 0-0 between Nigeria and Senegal into the final 15 minutes of the game. If there's no goal now, we will have penalties. Shadows just lengthening over the pitch there. 2 balls on the pitch. We'll have to come back to have that throw retaken. Sorry, the better passing has definitely come from Nigeria by and large. Oh, the shot comes in, and that was a one-handed stop. Pushed over the bar by Sissoko. Precious Benjamin it was, cutting in off the right. I beg your pardon. Getting my 2s and 1s mixed up. It was Tahir Megana. Corner coming in, 7 green shirts to Waymat in the area and just flicked away at the near post. The Nigerian came flashing across and they've given the ball away as well. Senegal looking to play on transition. Sado having the ball stolen off his toes by Benjamin. Throw goes long, flicked on. Duke chasing back and wins the goal kick. Good defensive work there from the substitute midfielder. Of course, attacking work. He was in the opposition box. Of course, they've just changed ends. That's a nice ball in. And the header back across goal, but there's no one really there to attack the knockdown. Well won again, though, by Faye, and then deflected behind for another corner. Good work from Chukwu. Lovely ball into the area, headed back across goal by Faye. It's Chukwu who ultimately dealt with it. In fact, has that been sliced wide by Dia? No, taken off his toes by Yuma. Would have been an extraordinary miss if it had been Dia who'd done that. Oh, meanwhile, again, not really committing numbers into the area for set pieces now, Senegal. Not really showing the same ambition to win the game as their Nigerian opponents. The train of three with Sarr at the front of it. Ball comes in straight into the hands of the keeper. Again, just not enough men up there for Senegal. Battling this play from Benjamin, the free kick taken too quickly for this referee. Benjamin got fouled twice there. Looked like it appeared to have been fouled a little bit earlier as well. The referee trying to let play carry on. On by Dia, but didn't take enough off it. No way anyone was going to be able to chase that one down. Chukwu forward. Benjamin's first touch, a little bit loose, but gets lucky, goes to a green shirt. Oh, now Nigeria trying to get in behind again. Last-ditch defending over there on the far side. Senegal living dangerously. Dia spreads the ball over to this right-hand side, but well won by Okoro's had a solid game at left back, the number 3. Well, Dia's got to be careful here. He thought he'd won the ball. He's quickly getting away from that one because he's already on a yellow card. Let's have a closer look here. Oh, straight through the man. You have to say, if he's not already on a yellow card, that's probably a booking. Certainly, if the referee's being consistent with himself, that's a booking. Yes, you got the ball, but you can't go through the man like that to win it. Oh, then Ayuma with the set piece looks a little bit too close to the keeper, and he has to deal with it in the end. Well, I'm pretty certain that Israel Ayuma wasn't actually aiming for goal there, but my word, that was going in right in the top corner, wasn't it? And Sissoko eventually turning it over the bar. That was going in. That's a shot on target. Now the corner. 7 players in the area for Nigeria, an 8th standing in the D. They are going for it here. The referee wanting a word with Rickson Mendos. Everyone behind the ball for Senegal. Ball comes into the area, flicked away by Sarr. That will be a Nigeria throw. Long throw comes in, good delivery as well, headed away. That'll go out for another corner. Oh, Okoro, that's a lovely delivery from the throw-in, by the way. You see all sorts of, we're seeing a lot more of the long throws coming in over the last couple of seasons or so. It's become a bit fashionable again, having cycled through that back in the 90s. But Okoro's there, hard and flat, difficult to judge. Keeper comes for it, gets just a fingertip this time. Does Sissoko. Trying to play on the transition, Senegal, but giving the ball away. straight off the bat. Now Rickson back inside. Ball lofted into the area, too much on it though. Straight into the hands of Sissoko. 6 minutes plus stoppages to go, still goalless here. Remember, at stake, a place in the semi-finals and a place at the other Under-20 World Cup finals later this year, taking place in Chile, over in South America. Attempted ball by Yuma, charge down. Faye battling with Chukwu, holds the ball up nicely. Ball given away again by Senegal. Sloppy in midfield and good footwork now from Megana. And the ball cleanly won by Dieme, says the referee. Put out by Nigeria. 5 minutes to go here. Can one of these teams press forward and find a winner? Say Nigeria, they've been in 3 penalty shootouts over the years in this competition. They've lost the last 2. Change coming from Nigeria, and Parobo Ariehi has run himself into the ground up there. He's been replaced now by Simon Cletus. He's more of a midfielder, so assume that Precious Benjamin we push forward now. Cletus sat out the squad entirely in the first match, unused sub in the second. Started the game against Kenya, got an assist as well, but dropped to the bench for this one. Oh, we're talking of penalty shootouts. Senegal have only been in one, they lost that against Mali in the final. It's the same Mali that beat Nigeria on a penalty shootout in the semi-final. So if you're going to have a penalty shootout, don't do it against Mali. Senegal perhaps just trying last effort here to avoid that penalty shootout. Such a lottery. Headed back across. Trying to hold the ball up on the edge of the area, but they didn't really have any support there. Nigeria now. Well, they've got spare men over on the right-hand side here to try and spring an attack. Benjamin spreads the ball back out to the right-hand side. Sloppy pass, though. Even worse clearance. And, well, surely that's a foul. Like Kanate clattered into Cletus. Battling for the bouncing ball. Last chance here for Nigeria, but Okoro well tackled on the edge of the area. Dorival taken out as he tried to turn defence into attack. Yellow card shown there somewhere. Not a huge amount of contact, but enough for the referee to brandish another yellow card. Ball clipped long. That'll be a Senegal corner now. They're actually going to send some people up for this one, and they're going to insist on just having 4 or 5 men in the area. Surely at some point Senegal have to try and actually win the game here. Definitely feels like they've been trying to hold on for penalties tactically. Yaya Dieme goes over to take it. Needs to make this a good one. It is almost certainly going to be the final throw of the dice for either side. Looks like Senegal have piled a couple of extra bodies into the box for this one. Not going to be any time for a counter-attack. Good ball in. It's not been cleared. Now it is smashed clear. Look for the referee to put the whistle to his mouth. Looks at his watch, the referee. Still hasn't blown the whistle. Needs to get on with this, Diallo. Needs to get on with this, Diallo. Oh, the referee not liking the aerial challenge. Yari bearing the brunt of that one. Oh, 1 minute added on. In fact, we've already used up the 1 minute added on. The referee brings this one to a close, and we are going to go to a penalty shootout. Well, an extra time there. Definite feeling that Senegal not really trying. To win that game. Certainly the way they were treating set pieces and corners. Not really throwing bodies forward at all. So then, penalty shootout between these two coming up.
والآن سنذهب إلى ركلات الترجيح. And in extra time in a group, Nigeria 0, Senegal 0. And now we will go to the penalties.
The last huddle here. This is all going to come down to the goalkeepers, isn't it? On one end, Ebenezer Harcourt, the Nigerian stopper, tallest man on the team somehow, just 15 years of age. And on the other side, 20-year-old Mohamed Sissoko. Neither keeper had to work particularly hard in that game. Sissoko had to make a couple of good saves early doors. Coach is looking for volunteers. They may have already. Nice words for the goalkeeper. Wondering if enough people tell him to sit down and relax, he might think why he wouldn't be relaxing. Don't overdo it. Both sets of coaches looking after the goalkeepers, the most important people out there now. These guys can be the difference makers. Yes, you can have good and bad penalties. You wonder how much homework they've been able to do on the opposition. Probably not much. Although the other teams will be watching this in case there's any further penalty shootouts between these two sides, or involving either of these sides, whichever side actually makes it through to the semi-finals. Remember, Nigeria never lost a semi-final in this tournament. It's the 10th time in a row in which Nigeria have participated in the tournament that they've made the knockout stages. As I say, they've not yet to lose a quarter-final. Important though, 3 times in the past, these two sides have met in this tournament. On each of those 3 occasions, the winner of this match has gone on to win the title. 2015, they played each other twice, Nigeria winning 3-1 in the group stage. They met again in the final, a 1-0 win there. And in 2023, Senegal's campaign began with a win over Nigeria. So the instructions from the referee.
Stay in line. First, touch the ball, and okay. It's clear. Yes, it's clear. If you 10 millimeter, you have the ball. Like, if you save the ball. One leg, yeah? Yes, one leg. One leg is okay. 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 Thank you. Okay.
Well, you assume the goalkeepers have been practicing this anyway.
Yeah. Hey, come.
The referee being as clear as possible. This is no time to be ambiguous. I wonder if the referee's over-explaining this here. The goalkeepers know what to do in a penalty shootout. I'm sure they've been there before. So Ebenezer Harcourt, the Nigeria goalkeeper, is going to be the first man to try and make himself a hero. Senegal stepping up with the first penalty. Pierre Dorival. Came on as a substitute. Dorival after Senou Sek had pretty much run himself into the ground. Now what can Dorival do? Fairly straight looking run up there. Now he shifts it onto his left foot. Keeper knows he has to stay on his line. Oh, and it's a poor penalty. penalty. Dorival with his head in his hands, as well it might be. Didn't look confident, did he? If you're going to put it down the middle, you've got to put it high. You can't hit it low like that. An outstretched foot enough to save the ball. For Harcourt. Now then, Precious Benjamin.
Come on, Benjamin! Come on, Benjamin! Come on, Benjamin!
Looking at Mohamed Sissoko do by way of reply. The keeper allowed to move, he just has to stay on his line. Benjamin, and that's how you take a penalty down the middle. Smash it hard and high. And that's what it means for the number 12. It's a good view actually from back here. I don't think the keeper gets that, even if he goes the right way, you know. It's high and straightish into the roof of the net. So then, very important now, the Seydi Diouk. Finds the net, can't afford to miss your first two. The writing would really be on the wall then for Senegal. Diouk, puff of the cheeks, runs up, sends the keeper the wrong way. That's much better for Senegal. Better for the young Lions. Now then, who's up next for Nigeria? And it's the central defender, Emmanuel Chukwu. Played really well. Made some really timely interceptions on the few occasions that Senegal did threaten the Nigeria goal. Now Chukwu against Sissoko. Chukwu with a hard and straight with the run up and hard and straight with the finish as well. And Nigeria keep their advantage. 2 penalties each, they lead by 2 penalties to 1. Do the 7-time champions. Keeper went the right way, the ball too high for him. And the pressure now all back on Senegal again. The outstretched arm just missing out. So then, Mame Faye looked dangerous after coming on. Couldn't quite turn the tide Senegal's way. Needs to find the net here. Faye. Deliberate run up. Oh, and it's another poor penalty straight at the keeper. Well, Senegal really in trouble now. And if Nigeria can convert their next spot kick, they will have 1 foot in the semi-finals once again. Not a good spot kick. Nice height for the keeper, not wide enough either. Now then, Israel Ayuma. Quarterbacked nicely from the base of midfield during the game. Here's Ayuma now. What can he do from the penalty spot? Nonchalance from the midfielder. Nigeria leading 3-1 on penalties here, each team with 2 spot kicks left. Whoever steps up next for Senegal now must score, or Nigeria will be in the semi-final and, of course, in the finals of the Under-20s World Cup. Now, who's stepping up for this one? I think it's Usman Konate. Indeed it is Usman Konate. Oh, what can the central defender do here? Oh, he smashed it against the crossbar, and Nigeria are through to the semi-finals. And they needed to take 3 of their 5 spot kicks. Nigeria, that was enough to go through, and to be fair, they had the better of the game as well. They certainly the team that showed the more ambition. More get up and go during the game. Oh, the Senegalese, they drop to the turf as well, they might. There's the celebrations. And Senegal, the defending champions, are out in the quarterfinals. Ebenezer Harcourt saved the first and third penalties from Pierre Dorival and Mane Faye. And Usman Konate couldn't even force the save. Delight for the Flying Eagles. They soar into the semi-finals. The young Lions of Teranga will have to lick their wounds and come back stronger next time out. Well, it's tough on the players, isn't it? For Nigeria, they go through.